Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Here.
Here.
Present.
Here.
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 Excellent. If we could say the Pledge of Allegiance, if we please rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, thank you. Item D, approval of the agenda.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Moving on to consent agenda. Can we get an approval or a motion for the consent agenda items, please?
So move. Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, those are approved. Moving down to item 3, informational session. So this is the board reports, committee of the whole, any administrative reports. Excuse me, it must be the heat. If there's any questions on those, or we'll receive and place those on file. Moving right along, item 4, community comments. At this time, there are no community comments. So we're going to move down to item 5 with our discussion and action items. Item A, consider personnel recommendations. Dr. Aslan?
Resignations coming before you this evening. Michelle O'Connell, junior varsity volleyball coach, 2 years of service. Michelle O'Connell, junior varsity girls basketball coach, 1 year of service. Anna Geyer, 4K paraprofessional, 1 year of service. Paige Meyer, C-team volleyball coach, 3 years of service. Megan Pop, middle school cross country, 4 years of service. Quentin Mendenhall, middle school football coach, 3 years of service. Karen Collins, community education and the Community Learning Center, 15 years of service. And Angela Buckman, Spooner Elementary School paraprofessional, 4 years of service.
Can I get a motion to accept those resignations?
So move. Second.
Second, and do we have anybody to replace those people in those positions?
They're down
Is
below.
that coming up?
They're down below.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Thank you.
Is there any comments or discussions?
I'd like to thank these people for their years of service to the district.
Absolutely. We are grateful and thankful for all the people who have served those years. Thank you, Paul. All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 And those opposed say nay. All right, those resignations are accepted. Moving down to hirings.
Hirings this evening coming before you, Callie Fiesel, high school English, recommended by Mr. Schurz. Ariella Michaels, half-time middle school Spanish teacher, remote, and that is a long-term employee recommendation, recommended by Mrs. Giesragen. Terry Clune, part-time special education paraprofessional, recommended by Mr. Hopke. Jessica Kidd, elementary school part-time special education paraprofessional, recommended by Mr. Hopke. Michelle McIntosh, middle school part-time special education paraprofessional, recommended by Mr. Hopke.
Can I get a motion to approve those hirings?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion?
Just one clarification, on the coaches that have resigned their coaching positions, when are those replaced? When the school year starts again, as far as coach replacements?
Typically, those would come in close to the start of the school year.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing that there's none, all those in favor of those hires, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Right, those hirings are approved. Moving down to item B, consider the acceptance of donations. Dr. Adler?
So our trend of really wonderful donations continues this month, from Donors Choose to the Spooner Elementary School Media Center, 2 beanbag chairs and puzzles, total value at $200. From Barron Electric, Federated Youth Foundation Incorporated, to Spooner FFA, $100. And from the Northwest Wisconsin Heroin Opioid Prevention Education Coalition, Community Alliance for Prevention, Health and Human Services Department of Washburn County, donation, Character Strong curriculum to Spooner Elementary School. Tonight's recommendation is that you accept the first two, and I'm going to ask you to table the final one, and pending bringing you some further information on that one.
Yeah, I'd like to know exactly what that curriculum is, so I'd agree with that.
So with that recommendation, can I get a motion that specifically states that, please?
I will make the motion to accept the 2 top ones, Donors Choose and Barron Electric, and table the Northwest Wisconsin Heroin one.
Second.
Is there any conversation, debate? All right, all those who are in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, those donations are accepted. Thank you. Moving down to item C, consider fundraiser requests, and there are none this evening. Moving down to item D, consider substitute teacher pay rate increase. As we discussed at the COW. Everybody had an opportunity to see that. Can I get a motion?
Make that motion? I will second.
Any discussion?
I only wanted to ask if we felt or saw an increase with the rate of pay increase from last year, or if it really didn't seem to make much of a difference.
We had a net of about 4 substitute teachers, so that was 4 more than we had prior to implementing that. So moderate success with that, but again, as great a challenge as substitutes were last year, it was great to have those additional people come on board.
I think we just need, I would like to clarify that what we're doing here is that we're accepting the recommendation to take the short-term substitute pay to $150 per day. So people know what we're voting on.
Yes, thanks, Paul. Any other discussion? Seeing that there's none, Caitlin, for this, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Yes.
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 All right, motion passes. Thank you, Caitlin. Moving down to item E, consider the first reading of student handbook updates. And, did I get that right?
I'll make a motion that we approve what was presented without any changes.
Second?
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those who oppose, nay. Motion passes. Moving down to item F. Consider second reading of volume 31, number 1, Neola policy updates, group 1. As we discussed in our meeting, and has everybody had an opportunity to see those?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I make the motion that we approve those. Second?
Any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Right, motion passes. Item G, consider first reading of volume 31, number 1, Neola policy updates, group 2, and that would include the updated 8310 for the public records that we discussed at the COW meeting.
I will make that motion that we approve that. Group 2.
A second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Item H, consider second reading of employee handbook updates.
Make that motion?
I will second.
Any discussion? Seeing that there is no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, passes. Item I, consider rollover of activity accounts as discussed at the COW.
I make that motion that we approve the rollover activity counts as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All right, seeing there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Item J, consider acceptance of the bid for athletic training services.
Make that motion?
We have,
Oh, we have two.
you have two bids,
Mm-hmm.
and there was recommendations there. So everybody had an opportunity to look at those? Can I entertain a specific motion for that, please?
I'll make the motion that we accept the recommendation for Essentia Health.
Second.
I would second.
We got 3 seconds, that's great. Is there any discussion?
Sure.
She wins. All right. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there is no discussion, all those in favor say, oh, excuse me. Caitlin, can we do a roll call vote, please? Thank you, Doctor.
Yes.
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 All right. Last item on the list tonight is item K, consider assistant boys hockey coach position. And this is to authorize to post that position as discussed at the COW meeting as well. Can I entertain a motion?
Make that motion?
I'll
Se-
second.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Wise got second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing there's no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
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 And moving to the very last item, number 6, can I entertain a motion to adjourn?
All moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Third.
All right. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Have a good evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
It's